Hello, everybody, and welcome inside the 30-Minute Lunch Break podcast. My name is Brandon Rosenthal, and alongside me is my partner and co-host, Erick Garcia. What's going on, my brother? How you doing?
Chilling, man. Ready to go ahead and get this
Excellent. Done? We've moved from the car and into my second bedroom / little sports nook corner studio here. This is episode 134. We have another episode coming out very, very soon, featuring Ricardo Flanagan, friend of the show, comedian, actor. So stay tuned for that. That's going to come out probably in the next couple of days.
Fun time.
We recorded it a couple days ago. So today we have a few things on the docket. We're going to talk about the Lakers' second half outlook, Shut Up and Dribble, NBA All-Star Game, and then we have some weird news segment, which I'm going to run by Erick. I think it's three pretty funny stories that we'll spend a few minutes on. I think it's going to be pretty funny. So definitely stay tuned for that. That is what we call a tease.
There you go.
Hopefully it works. So Lakers' second half outlook. You know what I should have done is probably pulled up their schedule.
The first outlook, and also that while you look
nice.
at the rest of the schedule, I'll look up what the record is and everything.
Prepare. You know
it
what?
Wouldn't be us if we were prepared.
Of course. Why would we do that? And of course, you know what the NBA tells me? Oh, by the way, there's an update on the app.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just gonna
see that. You know how much more of a jackass I am. I have the NBA app that would be easy to pull up, and I think mine has been updated recently. I wouldn't have to be doing... But what I did was, I still went to Google.
Google. Why do you do that?
What is the Lakers record as opposed to using all the apps that I downloaded to tell
I don't understand, yeah.
Dude, I mean, whatever. But I have it.
They're 23 and 34. They're 20 and a half games out of first place behind Golden State. Only 20 and a half. So
they're the 11th seed.
They're right there.
They're the 11th seed. Man, honestly...
I know, dog. It's crazy.
And it's starting to get to... I know it's only 5 games, but still... Remember, the difference between them and the next team under them is 5 games.
They're 8 losses behind New Orleans
a while
and the
back
Clippers.
ago, I was talking to you where I was like, they were like at the 11th seed, but they were like only like a game ahead of like last place. So it was like, what's the fuck? It was just a bunch of...
Yeah, no, this is much
they're
better.
They're separating themselves.
But what's crazy is that we're the 11th seed, but we're only 5 games up on the... And everybody has 18 wins. So Memphis, Sacramento, Dallas.
That's what
Phoenix.
I mean. We separated from there. We were there. We were a game above all those guys.
And now they
separate. 5 games it's a separation. Like, I mean, obviously it's not like exactly where you want to be at. But they lost Lonzo for a couple games. Well, shit, let's get into it. You know what I mean? They lost Lonzo for a couple games.
Well, he's back. That's one of the good things.
Friday, right? They're back Friday.
Yeah, he's back Friday. They play Dallas in LA. So this is the first look of. Excuse me, people are asking me, like, oh, can Isaiah play? Like, is he going to be able to stay next year? I'm like, well, it starts on Friday. If he can play with Lonzo, who is the future of our team. Oh, and by the way, if it's your first time listening to us and watching us, we're big Laker fans. So
when we say we, it's Lakers, Niners.
Yeah. And we are people that say we. I'm definitely a person that says we. Yeah. I have no problem doing it. I have no problem.
I say we. I try to check myself a little bit more on that, but I'm a we. We're weists or what?
Wieners.
Weologists.
Weologists. So like that's going to be really telling for Lonzo and Isaiah if they can play together.
Yeah. There's a lot. There's some new pieces. We want to see how. Like we talked. It seems like, I don't know, are they going to use Channing Frye or not? Who knows? I
mean, I tell you what, like, he can pick a pop at Lonzo. And I'm curious really to see how Lonzo comes out of this injury. Is he going to be aggressive? Is he going to go to the hole? Yeah. Is he going to make his free throws? Those are all things that I think he wasn't good at before, and I really need him to be good at now.
Especially because we've seen how, like, the Ingrams and other guys are improving. And,
yeah.
And the thing is, Lonzo, like, what we talk about, what makes it great about Lonzo, there's not much he has to improve. There really isn't.
No.
It's just confidence in certain areas that he needs to get. That's pretty much it. But going on the Ingram, dude, this guy's on another level. Terror. And one reason why I'm excited this game, pretty much, I could see this happening for the next fucking, 12, 15 years. Even though both teams are not where they've been historically, especially the Lakers, Dallas Lakers is going to be good for a while because of fucking Smith Jr. I really think Dennis Smith Jr. it's the truth. That guy is going to be
a piece away.
He's a Dwayne Wade. And I don't mean I'm not talking about games or anything like that just yet. I'm talking about a guy that's going to be on par from another team that I can see good for a long ass fucking time.
Yeah, as long as his injury holds, because I know he has some knee problems, but he looks great.
Donovan Mitchell. What I love about what's happening right now is this happens to all of us as fans, and I love it because it happened when I was younger, when the Kobe started taking a off era, and then now the post, like a lot of guys our age, we were kind of like, is this is going to be the first time we really when we're old, gonna watch the NBA without Kobe? Who's gonna take over?
That was pretty pretty weird feeling.
But that was even before Kobe got close to retiring.
Yeah.
But because we're like, is LeBron ever gonna be that guy? It sounds funny to say because he's obviously that fucking guy. You're like, is he really gonna be able to be on par, like where people like him globally? Like, yes, that is him. And we're coming back again. We're like, dude, LeBron isn't fucking 15, dude. This guy's gonna be out of the league 5-6 years from now. At a point, there's not gonna be no more LeBron, and we're gonna say, is it really gonna be KD or is it really gonna be Giannis? Yes,
more Giannis. More Giannis. I feel like
because KD and LeBron run too close in age.
Well, not just that. KD he's a leader-ish. That's where I see KD kind of like. LeBron is the guy who's like, yeah, put it all on my shoulders, no problem. Kevin Durant doesn't mind help, and that is
perfectly okay. But I understand what you're talking about. We're not talking about who's a good player. We're talking about the one guy.
Yeah, and you're right. They're two different mentalities.
Let's be honest, though. You need a little bit more selfishness. Kobe had that. I mean, obviously, he wasn't lacking selfishness. Let's be real. Let's not shit ourselves. It's like when people say to become president. Like, every president that's ever existed has to have been an arrogant bastard. And that's simply because it takes a specific person to say, I want to be the one leader of the world, of the country. Like,
at some point,
that's a lot of...
I feel like
that's a lot of bravado. That's a lot of guts. You know what I mean? And that's the number one guy in the league. Because, look, if you're a top 5 NBA player, you got it made. But out of those 5, there's always the guy that says, yeah, but how about I be number 1, though?
Yeah,
how about I'm number 1, though?
I know. There's still one guy I think it's number 1 after LeBron leaves. Yeah. It's Anthony Davis. In my personal...
but the greatness is... You're proving the point. You literally gave me more options than the guys I was saying.
Kawhi?
There's a bunch of guys... Like, the league is in good hands.
Yeah,
I'm saying.
It really is.
Look, we haven't mentioned fucking Kyrie. We haven't done... Look, what about the storyline when they said, I guess Kyrie could win without fucking LeBron, and he wins a championship or 2. I hope it doesn't happen because he's in Boston, but... I wouldn't sleep on Kyrie like everybody's writing this guy up. Like, Kyrie's a motherfucker.
Kyrie, I'm putting it on Do Not Disturb. Kyrie's a monster, man. Like, he's one of the best players in the league. And I know we're not even talking about the Lakers at this point. But, like, that's where we're hoping our young guys get to. And I feel like that's where we can make that connection and segue.
Going back to there's Dallas, Friday, Lakers versus Dallas. That's why I'm excited to see Lonzo. I want to see Lonzo go at the guys that, they're around, going to be around for a while.
I mean, we're Laker fans, so we're going to be a little bit homer to the point. But, like, really, Lonzo was really good. Yeah. Like, he's really good. And anybody who thinks he's not really good doesn't really understand. Like, they think Draymond sucks. Like, that's the same kind of mentality. But
it also shows...
Because that's what it's the brain.
It shows the expectation, though. Like, they're low-key saying they like it. Like, you can't see a rookie's numbers like this and say he's trash. You just can't.
No, at all.
Unless you're kind of acknowledging the fact that this guy's got a bright future. And you're just... All it is, dude, is you're upset it's not there yet.
Didn't Allen
How upset was I with
40%? 39%?
Well, shit, the same happened to me. I wasn't as overreacted like these fans, but same shit happened. To this day, how high I've been on Ingram.
Yeah. And
it sucked for me that Ingram didn't have the year that I wanted him to have. But it wasn't because he was trash. It was like, dude's a kid still. He's young.
A baby.
I gotta take that. I gotta understand. And same with Lonzo. I'm a huge Lonzo fan. That's why we and you aren't overreacting because we said it initially. We're not even maybe next year. Look, we know Lonzo's gonna be great. Yeah. So we and I even said the word great. I wasn't even sure, but really fucking good. Yep. What I mean is we don't because he struggles his first year, which if you want to call this struggling, I kind of laugh at that. And even
just shooting the ball.
Even next year. So what are these guys saying? Maybe next year he balls a lot more than this year, but then he's not going to be an all-star? There's always going to be something you're going to be able to shit on. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, what if Lonzo's averaging 10, 9, and 9 next year and the Lakers are at 500? Is he an all-star? Is he going to get voted in? Well, look. He might even get voted in.
Yeah, but you got to think about like the West is the West. I mean, you got Harden, Westbrook.
I know.
You know what I mean? Well, look, even this year. I was just reading an article a little bit earlier.
Lonzo Julius started a fucking All-Star game because of voting.
Yeah, but peep this. I was looking at...
They changed that.
I was reading this earlier, this article. I forgot who the fuck it was, so I don't want to give him props. But it was talking about how, like, when we started, we probably had a chance because of Kuzma's. We have a surprise of how badass he's been. Like, Kuzma and Lonzo were probably both going to be on the first team All-Rookie team. Oh yeah, Lonzo's not going to be it anymore. From the numbers say Lonzo's falling off. But look, if we're going to have
Mitchell and
Dennis but look, now we could have Kuzma still has a chance to make the first team, and Lonzo the second team,
and maybe even Josh Hart can make second team if he
exactly. And if Lonzo and Kuzma, and now you're making me even happier with let's say you're adding a Josh Hart.
Dude, he has to get the minutes though. I don't know.
This adds the greatness. That's what's hurting Lonzo though. It isn't his play; it's the minutes. his numbers are there. It's just you got to play a certain amount of minutes. Guys are going to outtake.
Well, there is something that you mentioned even before. This is when I think it was the pre-draft like workout stuff is when they said he's just out of shape. He doesn't have great conditioning.
Who we're talking about?
Lonzo.
Yeah.
That he can't play like 36 minutes yet, like and stay like active. I think it's probably what he needs to work on.
So there's some truth to that, you think?
I think so because there's. I think that high school games were 40 minutes, right? I think they're 32 minutes. I think
and he blew out guys, so
exactly.
I think he set out a lot, right?
And in UCLA, the same scenario, except for the tournament. And in the tournament, you saw he got a little tired.
Yeah.
He just hasn't played that much. He just needs to play. And then this season, his injuries.
This hurts. This is where it hurts. But
this is the most he's ever played probably in his life, consecutively, professionally,
including the injury. That's what the injury. Like you know what I mean? Like he still got the second half
and he's still practicing every day.
So let's hope. If obviously, like you said, we're bringing Homer. So hoping for the best. Let's look at the silver lining.
Let's look at the schedule.
The injury might have helped him get that rest he might have needed because he did hit a wall. And I think Ingram was able to push through the wall because it's a second-year player now. There's a difference. Same thing happened with Randle. Second year, but first real year that he got to play, that wall was hit. And then I honestly think, now that the trade deadline's over, I think Luke's going to do finally what I want to say, let's go, and let Randle get 30-something, 33 minutes,
I hope
35.
So.
And let's go ham.
That's the guy.
Let's go ham.
I think he could be an all-star next year.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, breaking news. Football news. No. Miami Dolphins place franchise tag on Jarvis Landry.
I just before we came in read that they were considering it. Fuck, man.
There it is. So one receiver off the market, which we have a whole NFL free agents kind of it's up there, but that's a guy that for Niner fans and Giants, there was connections there that he was going to go play with Odell.
So from LSU.
Exactly. That solidifies that he's staying in Miami and probably going to get locked up long term. It looks like. At this point, they already have Tannehill.
I hate the franchise tag because you know how I am.
Yeah, I know.
I'm always on the player side, but it completely makes sense as a team.
100%.
On certain guys, like if let's say Carlos Hyde, like you know how people say we want to get rid of him, maybe we don't want to. What if you just franchise tag him for 1 year?
And then we have
if he sucks, you get rid of him. And if he's the truth, maybe you move.
What would his franchise be like?
It's a top 5 running back, so I don't know. What are these guys making? 12?
Yeah, it would probably maybe 11.
He's right there. He's got to be in that average. So. Good thing is running backs are making 25. You know what I mean? Like shit like that.
No, but also, what's his name got released today too from the Buccaneers? Doug Martin.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, that's a bargain guy that who knows. But back to the NBA, and I do think Randle could be an all-star. I wrote it that he was on his Instagram. I put hey, don't make plans next year because.
I saw that shit.
Yeah, you're gonna.
Because how it always tells you your homie's thinking like this, dog.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Instagram. By the way, Erick liked this sleazy post. Like, oh no, I didn't.
No, I didn't. More said, why are we liking those posts? Like, what are you talking about?
Of Julius Randle.
Instagram just kept telling me this shit.
But yeah, I mean, it's like that's where I see him playing. Like, finally, he's being a little bit unleashed. He's being more efficient at the rim. If he could just make a couple of threes a game, like even just one in the corner, just to get a guy pump faking and go by him or something like that would bring because you, me, Zach Lowe, who else is on Julius Randle Island, like.
But that's a lot of us. It's not becoming an island no more, bro. We got a community here. Like, let's be. That's what I like.
I think Palinka is now on Julius Randle Island.
Well, look, I like. This is why we're fans, and they do what they do. Because I admit it, I've been hard. I've been hard on this, just simply because I like certain guys. And to me, they pretty much got rid of a lot of guys I like, and I'm holding on. Just
Julius is
don't
the guy
do Julius.
left.
Like if you leave me Julius, I'm fucking fine with everybody else.
Out of the guys that Kobe hugged after the game, after his 60-point game, it was D'Lo, gone. Clarkson, Cleveland. Julius, stay.
But I believe out of all those guys, he would talk to Julius more than those guys.
Because he was injured the same time Julius was injured
Julius was a worker, bro. Like, you know what? Like, Kobe, I don't want to call certain guys, right? But, like, I like that Julius was pissed how this happened. I know people say you should just shut up and play. I get it, because I should be worried about the Lakers long term more than just one guy. But what I'm saying is, you kind of like the kind of guy that's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, you don't want the guy that's just gully with just sitting down. Like, hey, if it's all good, I'm on the bench. And I think
he fought his way back into that lineup.
I would hope he could reach out to a Kobe and someone say, just keep your head fucking down and make these fools realize that they can't get rid of you. Just force their hand. Like, no. You don't want to get clowned by your franchise.
So I guess my outlook for me is Julius Randle. It's time for him to take over. I expect that. I expect more of Randle and Lonzo and Ingram. I want those three guys to emerge as the big three for us.
Kuzma is really there.
And I know, and Kuzma, but I feel like Kuzma, he's a great scorer. To me, like
he's got to work on his D.
He's got to work on his D, and he's clever with the ball. He's not a great dribbler, but he doesn't need to be because he's tall. So like he can catch it and go to the rim. He's a very good passer. He's very willing. He's very willing to move it, and he's really good on backdoor cuts.
He needs to make those passes though a bigger part of it because he's really good at it. He just needs to. He could push it up to assist. You know what I mean?
I think I agree. I also think that he's perfect in his role right now, and I think eventually what we want to do is maybe keep this where it's at, and then have Randle go to small ball 5. And what's funny is I was playing NBA 2K18, and then Kevin Harlan, even the voice, like this is how up to date 2K is. They're like, can Randle play that small ball 5?
Yeah. And we know he can.
Kinda. Well, he needs to get better defensively, moving his feet, but that's every Laker.
Him and Larry Nance, I see. It's like when him and Larry Nance played together, it was a lot better.
Yeah.
The problem is, you know what it is? It's Kuzma is not as great yet. So Randle's good on his own. He's not good enough yet to make up for somebody else. Also,
very well.
Like you know, so I think. But at that same point, that's why we need to get that one big, like another big, like the guy. That's why, to me, I wouldn't really trip big if we find the way to re-sign Lopez.
No, not at all. He's not bad, and he
for those times where we need a traditional big, because he could still play that big, and he could shoot the 3 ball, a little bit more.
Well, Randle's inside, he's outside.
You said you want him to shoot better at the 3-point range, and I honestly think that could happen, and simply because of this, he showed last year. In the offseason, he was determined to just get healthy, get in shape. You know what I mean? Some of these guys, when you're younger. You don't have in an off season. It's not like you can improve 8 things, 7 things.
Yeah, it has to be one thing.
You know what I mean? Just never mind. And I think now that he's there, I could see him saying, "I'm gonna just make sure this 3-shot goes down sweet."
Well, that was a lifestyle change for him, right?
Exactly. With the marriage, a kid, he had a lot of things, and I think
a lot of things happened.
He's a guy that I feel I don't not knowing what the fuck's happening in his life. I think that gave him a solid balance in his life where he's like, you know what, I'm gonna take this shit seriously because. Look, he's always been good in my eyes, but he was a lot chunkier and out of shape, and then he just looks like a fucking beast right now. Like
he's really good at making those tough inside shots. He's getting better at those, being controlled when he gets contact. He's still one of those dudes.
He's like a pit boy. He needs a little more English in his shit.
Do you remember like when Braun was a little bit younger, and it was like that phase where everybody would dunk it really hard but not hit the rim, and they move their hand back, or just like Julius would go. Like, remember Penny Hardaway back in the 90s? Like, he would pretend to dunk and then finger roll?
Yeah,
that's what Randle does, but, aggressively. He's just dunk it. Instead of dunking, he just, taps it in or...
But he's smart because... You know why I think he does that? Because he was one of the guys that probably listened to...
saves his...
Well, no, I think he just... Look, he needs to work on that. But what I'm saying is, I think he's one of those guys that listen to their coaches at a certain point where he's probably always been a bully and big like that. So I think the coach told him, get there and just throw that shit up in the air. It's gonna fucking go in sometimes and sometimes not. But we like the odds of you getting close to the rim and just throwing that shit up there.
Yep.
That's why I like it. That sometimes it looks like he doesn't give a fuck. He just gets up there and just says, "Here, go up there, get it in." And that's Julius. I think recent comments from Kuzma is basically echoing what we're saying. Like, dude, maybe we get 1 or 2 guys push us over the edge, but this core needs to be together.
Yeah.
Like this team. You let us, this is what Magic and Player need to start listening to these guys. Because look, no matter how much I love D'Lo, no matter how I love Clarkson and like these guys, it's not like a lot of the other guys on the team were fighting saying we have to keep these guys together. It seems like this core is what the core really is. When we kept talking about the core, we always ask ourselves, what is the actual core? Because there's a shitload of young guys.
Yeah, who was it?
It's starting to, it's starting to be a lot more clear. No, this is who the fucking core is. And they're trying to say now, okay, we got something we really like. Let us keep this shit.
Yeah.
But again, as players, then you got to return the favor and ball the fuck out.
And we have guys that complement each other.
Lonzo, to me, is why this all works, though, at the end of the day.
He's a distributor, the master distributor.
That's why, like you said, look, me and you aren't asking for 24 points at all from him.
No,
what we want is
12, 13, 15. Because right now, if he makes his 3 free throws that he's missing right now, he's at 15 points.
No, yeah, but what we were talking about is assist ones. I think a good number.
7.
You said, look, you know how you said
now?
9? I'm going to want a little bit more and then say, fuck it, get to 10. Because I honestly think he's that good, that he can make that jump. Because I think at his peak, when he's at his peak, Lonzo, to me, if I get what I want, should be at least 1 or 2 years in the league. Should get that 12 to 13 assists a fucking year kind of.
Oh, absolutely.
I think he could be that guy.
Well, the ball's gonna be in his hands so much.
That's what I mean.
And he's what and people make fun of him about this. About he doesn't want to dribble and he's he gives it up. Like, so what? Like, I just want to see him play. I'm excited about it. Let's go over the Lakers' next 4 games.
All right.
Because we have a very generous, I guess, second half start. Dallas, like you said, they're not horrible, but actually they're bad. But
did you just read Cuban's comments? He straight up said our best pass is tank mode.
Yeah,
so that's good for us, right?
Right. And I think I saw on a tweet, and I can't remember who it was either. So shout out to whoever. It's a blank. Maybe I'll fill it in later. They said the Lakers would have to go 19-6 the rest of the way in order to make the playoffs, get to the 8th seed at 42-40.
19-6. I'm hoping it's what is it? 13-12, 12-13. I want them to be 500. That's my number. So 13-12, 13-12. I think they can do. You don't think they can?
No. Well, there were 11 games.
No,
under 500.
I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. I mean, a number for me would just be them going 500 the rest of the way.
So, Lakers 4-game schedule. Let's talk about the next 4 games because we have a very generous second half start. Dallas, you said they're tanking. Perfect. Kings in Sacramento, but they're terrible.
They should beat them.
Yeah.
They should just beat them.
That's back-to-back. So, that's
Friday,
a tough
Saturday.
one, but it's still a home game here. And then
we got to raise the bar of expectations a little bit.
Yeah, this is home
you should
game
be able to beat these 2 trash teams, whether it's back to back.
Sacramento's fucking 6 hours away.
Shit, whether it's the 5th game, the 5th game in 4 nights. I mean 4 games in 5 nights. Like, you got to beat this team.
And then we play 3 18-win teams. Then we go to the Hawks. We travel to the Hawks, we take 2 days off, and play Atlanta.
Okay.
In Atlanta. And then we play the Heat. And the Heat are decent.
Yeah.
30-28.
That's 4. So I'll take 2 and 2 there.
I would like 3 and 1.
1, of course.
Yeah. I do think 3 and 1 is possible, and the Heat, like, I don't know. Like, the Lakers sometimes show up. There's a 3 road games.
Obviously, then, needless to say, 1 and 3 is a hell no.
You know 1 and 3 is you can't do it because then. Well, it's actually
you can't.
You start with the Mavericks game, then you have a road trip, which is Kings, Hawks, Heat, Spurs. Yeah.
So you want to, like you said, you would hope they're 3 and 1. Lose Spurs 3 and 2 in those 5 game stretches.
Not too bad. And then the Blazers at home for the Magic.
Blazers tough, Magic not
on the road for Denver, who's solid. And
who's the fucking 6th seed?
Yeah, I know they're pretty solid. 32-26
in the West. You know what I mean?
They play Denver,
and they don't have Moody.
Look, and then the season's over. Like the season's almost over here.
That's what I mean. There's 25 games left or something like that.
And then, oh no. Is the season over? Oh no, sorry, the season's not over. That's just upcoming. So that was just
no. But I'm saying I think there's 25 games left. Or something.
Yeah, there's not that many games left.
Because this has been the longest, the most amount of games played before the break. They've already played like fucking 50 games.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. You think? I don't think they make the playoffs at this point.
No, I'm not even like that's not even part of my math. Obviously, I'm hoping to happen some back way. But you said, but if I'm saying I hope they can go 13 and 12. That lets you know that I'm not thinking at all they could go 19 and 6 you said it was a number?
Yeah, that's
no
too
way.
Much, too much.
No way in hell.
I don't want to go too much into this because it is kind of an interesting topic and it can take us like over the edge. But I want to spend at least like 5-10 minutes talking about the shut up and dribble situation.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know, like I don't want to spend like 45 minutes on shut up and dribble. But I do. I know you brought it up for sure. You said you want to talk about it, so I want to hear your thoughts. And maybe kind of fill our audience in on what the situation is, and then we'll go talk about it.
I don't know her name that much. Oh, was it Laura Ingram? Yeah, that was her name. Oh, it's like a Fox host.
Brandon Ingram's a mom now.
She had a comment about Durant and I'm paraphrasing here. Basically, Durant and LeBron, just basically they shouldn't be weighing in on politics. Like they should just shut the fuck up and dribble.
Shut up and dribble.
No one wants to hear. Basically, in her words, was like no one wants to hear guys that get hundreds of millions of dollars to dribble a fucking ball. No one wants to hear their opinion. You know, while she's giving us her opinion. You know what I mean?
Course.
That's the kind of thing.
Of course.
It's like, this is my point. Look, I understand it. Like, I've never heard this lady speak in my life. Like, that's not something I watch. I never hear.
Nope.
But when you say stuff like that, I know it doesn't. She probably says that's not going to be the case, but you're doing it on purpose. You want to now go. You're pissing off, I guess, the right people. You want to get to the point where now we all give a fuck about your comments.
Mm-hmm.
But I expected the answers of what the players did. Like, this is the stupidest shit I've ever heard. Like, I'm not gonna shut up and dribble. Like,
of course not.
Why would I do that? Like, why would I do that? Because you know why? There is guys that shut up and dribble all the time. Like, I would say most players in the league don't speak their. I mean, because look at your friends in general. Look at your coworkers in general. There's probably those 5 coworkers in your immediate that always have an opinion of all the political subjects, and then there's everybody else that just shuts the fuck up and goes about their day.
Doesn't want to get into it.
Just doesn't want to get into it. Same with the league. So if you're gonna say shut up and dribble to specific guys, why aren't you praising everybody else that just does whatever you're saying they do? Those people exist. But there's certain guys that have a platform, like LeBron, Durant, or certain guys that maybe it's not fair to them, but they almost a community is just demanding an answer from them. You know, they have too much weight on them. Like LeBron said, I matter to too many people to shut the fuck up and dribble. Like, you might not think so.
His family,
but there's
his kids,
but I'm saying kids, globally, to a whole black culture even, probably. Like, young kids, youth, like minorities around the world. A lot of people look up to these guys, whether a person like her, she's probably so into just whoever she talks to, or whoever she's around, she's out of the loop. She can't fathom how so many people look the fuck up to these guys. Yeah. With great amazement. I like how certain guys come up. We talk about it, not to get on, too much on the racial aspect, but you like that certain people come and just speak their mind because you know what's up. Like Chris Long, I think had a good, right away when she had this comments. He's always been...
Exactly. That's who Chris Long posted all those
He was screenshotting all the stuff that shows all the time. Like, I know this, you're not going to win. You're not going to change your mind. You're not going to do this. But he did it, what we all know. This is facts. Like, we know this stuff. Like, showing screenshots of people that have been on that channel giving their opinion. Guys like Kid Rock, that's a rapper. A singer. Well, not a rapper. I don't ever want to disrespect rap like that.
Rap rocker.
Yeah, but, these people, and it's like, but their opinions mattered. Why? Who the fuck cares what Kid Rock has to say about anything?
Shut up and actually just shut up. Don't even play at that point.
I would say if you're going to ask me who, I'm polling people, that shows we're in different worlds. Because if you ask me, whose opinion would most people give a flying fuck about? Kid Rock's or LeBron James? I mean, to me, that's a no contest, right?
Kid Rock.
No, but there's a whole group of people being heard that are like, it's Kid Rock, man. A Grammy winner, whatever the fuck it is. Like, Kid Rock came around at the perfect time of music when we were pretty low on the standards. Yeah, this dude was trash.
He snuck in, yeah.
He snuck the fuck in
there.
And now his opinion matters. Whatever. It shouldn't even be. I'm not trying to diss Kid Rock. That's not even what this would be about. What I'm saying is, I've worked with you before. I'm kind of a guy that sometimes does have to kind of say what I'm saying. And I think we had this argument come up at work before when people always want to say, I just don't want politics. Like, why do people want to include politics and shit? Like, you don't think you've done it, but you've done it. You've let us know exactly what side you're on, dude. Everybody, look, people that don't want to hear politics don't mind us having fucking jets flying through the games and salute to the military for hours. Those are all political statements, over and over and over. And I'm not even saying they're wrong. I'm saying they're fine with those political statements. But when someone, maybe of the wrong shade, wrong tone, has something to say politically, it's like, shut the fuck up and get back in your corner. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. They assume
that's the tone that comes across. I look at
people like me or people I think us, we feel like what? Like they assume we're not patriotic like that. Like we have to be even extra patriotic to get on your level. When it's like, if no one gave a flying shit about this country, then we would probably just shut the fuck up and not say anything about it. But there's huge groups. There's groups of this whole country that are just not giving a fuck about. And I think
that's where LeBron came from.
Exactly.
He came from one of those groups.
A lot of people get rich. Look, if LeBron James got rich and didn't give a fuck, he would get shit on for that reason. Yep. It's a lose-lose or win-win, whatever you want to call it. But I'm glad he was in on the side that I agree on, where it's like, you know what? Why don't you just shut the fuck up and do whatever you do and say the fuck out of? Because look, you know why I have comments? You know why LeBron James' comments were known? Because people were putting mics in his fucking mouth and asking him questions because he's a person that fucking matters, bro.
Yeah.
It's not like LeBron James went out of his way to go out there. Like, people ask LeBron James if he likes traffic or not. If he likes to fly which airline. Whatever his opinion is, people give a fuck about it.
It's going to be on TMZ or whatever.
I would hope that at least he takes matters that are serious and takes the time to say, yo, you know what? I'm going to say what I feel. I'm going to say what some other people feel like. I really like how the Adam Silver in the NBA seems to just be backing their players up and letting them know, because they know. I mean, what the fuck? what are these players gonna do, dude?
Yeah.
They owe it to too many people to shut the fuck up. And I'm sorry, it was a proud moment for me of these guys saying, fuck no. Hell no, we're not gonna shut up and dribble. Or whatever the fuck you do. Like, shut up and type, or shut up and ride the bus, or... No. If there's an issue, just don't shut the fuck up. If you feel like somebody is hearing you, and you feel like that person cares about your opinion, then you better let them know what your opinion is, because you don't want to be that guy that just shuts the fuck up and doesn't let it be known.
People defend the gun rights more than they defend the freedom of speech. Yeah. You know, like, and that's a crazy...
Or freedom of speech when you're shitting on another race, or because they're like, wait, why can't I say what I want to say?
All of a sudden.
You know, we're all do it. I'm not even picking on the specific, but we all like what's backing our argument.
Yeah.
And all I'm saying is, this is not even about her disagreeing. If she said everything LeBron James or Kevin Durant said is idiotic, it's stupid, it's ignorant, I disagree, that's something that you guys just disagree.
Say that? Yeah, for sure.
But when you think you can tell somebody else why that their opinion doesn't matter, or that's where it's like, well, no, that's when you're stepping out of line here. And
she could have easily said, you know what, I don't agree with what he's saying, I'd love to have him on the show and we can talk about it.
Well, she said it after the fact, like, you know, I would like to have, like...
You said what you said.
Yeah. Like, and honestly, why? Like, I'm glad that feels like, no, fuck no. Like, hell no.
Why would I have to go over there ever?
I mean, but you already literally said my opinion doesn't matter, and then you're going to come have me on your show? Like, come on.
No thanks.
Stop contradicting yourself, like, right away.
No thanks.
You know?
And especially not on that program. And it's not like what LeBron said was not true.
I guarantee you LeBron said, all these players, all these guys in the league need to shut the fuck up and just stick to basketball. She would be begging that fucker to be on the show in a positive manner beforehand.
Yeah, for sure.
Again, it's not the political statements, bro. It's the statement you're trying to make. There's certain political statements that we're A-okay on. If I wanted to go if LeBron said, I just want an hour dedicated to just me worshiping the military, shit, come on in, bro. Let's do this. If he was okay in the murder of other people around the world, then people would be down backing it up like great American. But if he wants to say there's certain parts of our country that are getting overlooked, or certain people, then now it's like, shut your ass up and go in the corner and dribble. You
know what I kind of like? I kind of like, because you told me to see Black Panther and I haven't seen it yet. I like that Black Panther's irritating people.
I love it.
I actually really, and I haven't seen it. And obviously, I'm on the wrong color to be on the Black Panther side, but of course they'll accept me. But it's like, that's crazy that a movie... Black Panther is not a real character. He's a cartoon. Yeah. You know, he's a comic book character. But like, this movie is generating so much fear, and it's all incorporating it. Like,
we all want to enjoy stuff.
It's unbelievable.
Look, you know what the problem is? I think people get upset when they don't get to enjoy something on the same level as someone else, and that can't be the case. Look, I fucking have been talking to you about Black Panther over and over. I think this is an amazing movie. It's great. I'm not a black person. Right,
a movie,
but it's for me, it's a movie, and I am. But the thing is, I do like what it did for certain people in the black community. It's not just because it isn't mine. So as a Hispanic person, I can't say like, man, that's fucked up, man. Why don't we have our own movie? Like, well, why doesn't someone get on it then? And you know, and maybe guess what? When we go to the movie, I'm probably enjoy that movie more than the other people that go watch it. Look, it's fine to me that other people are able to connect to the movie on a level that I can't.
That's what's up.
That's awesome. Because to me, it was awesome. The fact that someone gets to have it even a little bit more awesome than that, it's like, fuck, man, I'm happy for you.
Exactly. But people aren't. And it's part of that.
Well, again, because they're missing on that happiness. Because it's like, instead of look, to me, it's
the same attitude to shut up and dribble.
Instead of looking at it as black love and them loving themselves to a crazy level, it's like, you're hearing what you want to hear. It's like, well, if you love yourself, that means you must hate the shit out of me. You know, again,
can I just love everybody?
You know, or no, why can't we love us? Like, no, this is a specific thing.
Yeah.
They get to say, we love our culture, we love ourselves, we love what the fuck we want to do, we love the idea of black unity, or whatever you want to call it. They get that right to do it. What I'm saying is, that doesn't necessarily mean they're shitting on other cultures because they're doing it.
That's what I was going to say.
Look, me as a Hispanic person, I didn't feel like, well, what's wrong with us? How come they didn't have, other people in there? Like, no. That's not what this movie is about.
El Salvador man?
That's not what this movie is about. Exactly. We're the Salvador people.
Where's Papusa
This is bullshit, right? Like, so to me, I get to just say, I love this movie, and I love what it did for another people that isn't even me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just thought that shit was a badass fucking movie.
Like, Deadpool is for the sarcastic assholes, and that's my movie.
Well, or even then, I get to, like, some people grow up, like Hispanic people grow up. I was never been a comic book guy, so I don't want to lie and say this was me. Mm-hmm. But there is a lot of Hispanic people that grew up that are the biggest Batman fans or the biggest Superman fans.
For sure.
And the thing is, these aren't even guys that are there they don't relate
Nope.
to us. So what I mean is, instead of hating on it, why didn't a lot of these people say, "Nah, fuck you, that's a white superhero. I ain't trying to fuck with that guy. I ain't doing that." Look, man, people you get to like somebody for whatever it is. If this was an Asian movie, if this was about the greatness about the Asian culture, it would probably be just as great in my eyes, simply because the movie was amazing. It was made amazingly. They didn't shy away from that. That's what I mean is, I think this movie could have done a lot and would have done a lot. They could have been just as great as far as numbers wise, and they would have included that other side of assholes that wants to hate in the movie. But it would have lost that truthness. And I'm glad that they went, like you said, we like that they made people uncomfortable, because this movie needed to do that.
Good.
This
was I really can't wait. I'm going to see it this week. I'm very excited.
And I think once you see it, you're gonna see why certain people got pissed off. Not because you saw problems with it, because you know the asshole you already got in your head. The person you're thinking, you already know what this fucker's thinking like. You kind of got what they hate in life. But when you watch it, you're gonna see the movie and realize this is seriously just a movie that did a great job of making its own world, like every other superhero movie wants to do. I told you the same thing. What I love about this movie is it feels like there was nothing done with it. There's so much more I want to see about this fucking movie.
Yeah, I know.
There's so many tribes and shit that I'm like, I'm interested in this guy, that guy, those people, that culture. It's a great movie. It's fucking amazing.
I'm very excited. And also the beginning, it's going to fit right into the next Avengers movie. We'll skip the NBA All-Star game because it was like, whatever. Yeah, it's the All-Star game. That. There's 4 weird news stories that are non-sports related, and I think they're kind of funny. So I want to see what you think about them. I think it's going to be a great way to end the conversation. And really because it's kind of dead season in sports right now. Baseball hasn't happened yet. Spring training's just kind of getting going. NBA we already talked about. So you ready?
Let's go.
The first story is a woman is suing California because she claims she saw Bigfoot.
Oh.
Have you heard about this?
No. But what did it? I think I did hear. But what did he do to her? Or what?
No. She's saying she claims that she filmed him.
But why? What is this lawsuit for? Like what? Her getting him filmed.
Damages.
How did it damage her? How did it affect her?
Let's see. Let's pull up this.
Is it the fact that the state isn't acknowledging her as making her look like a crazy bitch?
Yep. Exactly right. Here, I'm just going to Google Bigfoot, and then I'm sure it's going to be the first story that pops up.
California Bigfoot lady. I thought that shit was like in Washington, wasn't it?
Perfect.
I don't think it was in California.
California woman sues state for not acknowledging Bigfoot's existence.
But am I right? Don't you hear like
Portland? I'm sure it happens all over the time.
Well, of course, it's a fake thing, so you can see it in Poland if you want to.
She's had a few more sightings. Her name is Claudia Ackley.
How come the same people always see it? Like, is it like, does he choose? Is it a he? I don't want to be offensive, maybe it's a she. Or maybe some hybrid ass breed, I don't know what the fuck's that.
Yeah, so, would you... How do you even take... I don't even understand how you can sue the state of California.
Well, lawsuits are easy, bro. You could come out with one. You just got to find the right attorney that's going to sit there and have that serious look in his face when he's pushing some bullshit lawsuit. You just need the right attorney to not laugh while he's pushing that paperwork in and saying, "Yep, suing the state for fucking you guys not acknowledging Bigfoot." I was hoping it was more like she's suing the state because she bought a new home and didn't know Sasquatch lived right behind her and just kept beating her ass every fucking morning.
He was a squatter. It's
like, what the fuck? You guys should let me know that Sasquatch exists if he's out here beating my ass every day. That would have been a way better, story for me. Just to, that's a good reason to sue the state.
I think this is it's so stupid. I can't believe this is actually.
Do you know anybody that
people take time?
Do you know? Because I know you're a conspiracy guy, so you might be in certain group chats that I'm not in, or whatever the fuck. You're probably, the FBI is definitely into all of your conversations. You know what I mean? That's why
I'm sure I get watched.
I take it relaxed.
My phone slows down for sure. Weird, like
FBI
anyways.
like just peeping in. But do you know? Honestly, could you say? Do you know anyone that actually believes in Bigfoot? Do you know somebody?
No, I've never met anybody.
You don't have like a cousin of yours or a homie or a friend that's like, what are you guys talking about?
Usually,
he's real, right? Because right now that we want that other person that would hear be like, finally someone sues. This is a huge conspiracy.
I like being the biggest conspirator in the group because if there's a bigger conspirator than me, then it gets to another level that I'm not willing to go to yet.
Then you're joining a cult. That's when you join a cult.
Drink up, Eric.
What you put in this.
That's all right. Let's go to the second story, which is a very funny story for me.
All right.
So, in a plane, sometimes things happen. A plane was forced to land, emergency landing, because the passenger was farting uncontrollably on the plane.
Fuck. But what did they say? Just that? They knew it was gas initially? Or was it one of those things where they thought it was something else?
No, it kept on happening and people got mad about it. And then they had to make an emergency landing and then they actually kicked people off who were fighting, but it wasn't the farter. And the farter kept on farting the entire flight.
Oh, shit.
It's just bad. Uncontrollable flatulence.
See, that to me, it's like I'm looking for it by like, how is this a true story? Like...
Right? I mean, that's not even...
It's like noise. I've told you about it. Like, you know how certain... Like, I understand noise could be... Like, when there's a certain little beep sound that keeps going on and you don't know where it's at and it's locked. People lose their fucking shit, dude. Like, when they smell... Like, they smell something they don't like. Look, you know what would make sense to me? If that was a plane full of pregnant women. Because, trust me, I get that. The sense of smell on a pregnant woman is on another level. I could see why that becomes dangerous because... a pregnant woman will fuck around and kill somebody over a smell like that. But what the fuck? How did they know? How did they know it was did they ever find out who it was eventually? Because you said
of course.
The person stayed on, and two,
there's nothing. I mean, what are they gonna do?
What if you were the person that got kicked off?
Yeah, that's fucking sucks.
Oh, I would sue the fuck out of these. Now, see, that's the first thing.
Can you sue his asshole?
Yeah, you gotta sue that asshole.
I'm gonna sue you for your leaky butthole.
I'm suing that asshole. You mean that man? No, that asshole.
His little butthole. I'm gonna sue it.
That little pucker.
Oh man, I can't believe these stories are real. This one's really stupid. But it's more of where we are as a country because this is what we care about. Right. And obviously we have bigger things going on, and I don't want to get into that because that is a whole different conversation about guns. And
you mean the important things like sports?
Exactly. So we're going to talk about the important thing in sports and weird news. Apparently, the lobster emoji wasn't good enough, so people complained, and now it got 2 more legs.
What do you mean, the quality of the emoji?
It got 2 more legs.
Oh, it was in... anatomically correct or whatever.
I guess so.
Say.
Yeah.
It wasn't working.
People complained that the lobster emoji wasn't accurate.
I actually am okay with that.
Yeah.
You know, look, if there's a problem and you can fix it, go ahead and fix it. I would never be the person that would complain about it or even fucking notice. To be honest,
I
didn't even know there was a lobster one. So look, but I'm gonna let you know. I have a feeling that people that even recognized or found out there was a lobster emoji. Like lobster probably more than most of us.
Okay, yeah.
So they probably use it a lot more.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
It was like it would be one of those things if you notice, whatever your favorite emoji is, that it has an issue, you would bring it up. Like, hey, this guy has 7 toes or whatever the fuck it is. 7 fingers. It's kind of weird looking.
The eggplant emoji is weird looking now.
Yeah, it's a little small for my life. Right? It's like, come on, fool. People
that's
like it. But I do look. That's business.
Yep.
And especially with technology, I'm pretty sure they were like, yo, Steve, add 2 more fucking legs on the lobster.
For sure. Easy money.
So that's probably why I had to update my shit just a week ago.
Makes sense.
They told me some bullshit fixing bugs. In reality, it was just like, they should put a purpose. In reality, we just added 2 legs to the lobster and the emojis.
I'll be like, oh, cool. That's cool. All right.
Keep it real with me at least. Don't bullshit me that you're fixing some bugs and shit.
Ah, shit. That's funny.
So that's true. They did that.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh man, I'm gonna go back because we don't got time for it now. But I need to Google this before and after.
Yeah. What is the difference?
What is the emoji?
Maybe we'll put it on the video instead.
Yeah, that would be great.
Right. Yeah, I think it's gonna do it for us. So, would you like weird news? Then we can maybe stick around with some weird news. All right, we can do some weird news. Erick, you want to say hi? I'm gonna pop on and say hi right here. The camera's right there. If you want to say hey. 1 second. Go ahead. Come on. 1 second.
Hello.
So my son Erick is with me today.
That's right. He's our recording buddy today.
He's a recorder. He's chilling.
He's going to edit and produce and do all the social media posts. He's our intern.
There you go. So. He took Miguel's spot for today. Mike didn't come with us today, so we got Erick.
We got younger and better looking, obviously.
Yeah, exactly.
So
always getting better.
Guys, thank you so much for listening and watching. Check us out on the web at 30minutelunchbreak.wordpress.com. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're watching, go ahead and hit subscribe. It's right down there. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and wherever you can find podcasts, the iTunes store. We're still on SoundCloud, even though we're moving away from it. And we're on Stitcher, Google Play, and Blueberry. All right. Erick, anything to add?
Peace.
All right. Later, guys. Have a great night.